Howdy, y'all. This is Stone Hook, North Texas. You just ain't gonna believe this. This is Wednesday night, but Santa Claus showed up in my driveway Monday morning about 8:30, and he had all these rocks, and he said they're all mine. Only thing though, he says he's from Texas, and his name is Tom. Anyway, I'll show you a little example of them rocks. Some of them is like this. A few of them, they're kind of a tough rock with a lot of concrete. I think I'll work some on YouTube. He sent me some in the mail. And some of them is like this. I worked this on the video. He sent me some of this in the mail here a while back. This is some fine, top of the line chert. It's got the little fossils in there that kind of mess with you. I got a bad spot. I'm still working on this blade. Gotta get that out of there. And then some of it is like this right here. Hey, this is some of the finest chert. I wish you could see them flake stars a little better. This is some of the finest chert I've worked in a long time. And it comes with, this is it. It comes in these tabs like this, big old long, thin. It's a thin chert in there with some pretty good concrete, but man, the concrete just comes right off. Got a good pile of them. I might work this one here in a minute just to for a warm up. Probably get two out of that, but didn't make too much. Made this little thing. And then that blade. This one I was working on. I was gonna finish that up in a minute. That's the last video I made. I made this one, but this one was bigger and finer, and I just kind of how to do it. I made a tile blade. And he found this one out back in the flake, just where flakes are scattered out. Found it in the flakes. That's something. Anyway, I got my shed cleaned out here where I used to nap. But I had napping stuff spread out all over this place in boxes here and there. So I gathered it all up. I got everything all in one shed so far. I'll go through some of this stuff in the daylight. Cause man, this has got just a little bit of everything in here. Trade points. Just boxes of stuff. I got some little points right there too. I'll show you. Displays, you name it, it's up here. But I'll go through some of that in the daylight this short. Right now I want to show you the rocks, and then we'll get started, finish up with everybody. Here's my tripod, my film setup. It's just a tripod with a mirror mounted right behind the camera so I can see what's in the camera. Anyway, he said, that's another thing. Santa Claus is a napper. He said, Tom. He said here with me 3 days and we napped, and look at that flake pile he made, man. He's a heck of a napper, really. His direct percussion is really, really good, high quality. I don't have nothing here to show you he made, but you can see, you could just look at his flakes, a lot of them, and see. Good contour, good flakes. So Santa Claus got it going on. Maybe might get a blade from him at Christmas. Anyway, I'm gonna mount this camera up in the old tripod here and get busy on that blade. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I want to show you this real quick. This is an arrowhead I made one time. I got a slab in a point trade. And I made this corner knot type arrowhead. When I showed it to my wife, she said, that was mine. So I mounted it on this little necklace thing, and it hangs like in a double loop on the mirror of her car. And she loves it, and I'm lucky. If we'd been for Santa Claus here, I probably wouldn't even got to get it off of her mirror. I was gonna go ahead and show you that real quick. I might not get another opportunity. Anyway, on this blade here, if you look, got some extra mass right there needs to come off. And there's one, actually a couple flakes right here. I don't know why I didn't drive a little flake right up them deltas a little ways on this side before I flipped it like this side. I'm gonna try to take care of that. And the tip overshot on me the other day when I first started that indirect. I'm gonna try to straighten that up too. It's got, I'm gonna take most of the meat. If you look at it, I can take most of the meat right off of that side. Just build the tip back. Wait, I'm gonna just turn in my chair because I'm gonna take a couple of indirect hits. I should have filed this thing. It's pretty good before I sit down here and got ready to go. But let me strap this dude on my leg. And now my antler billet is way over there on the floor. I'll be need right. Now this ain't the one. This is a bigger one. The one I need is right here. Yeah, that big one. I'll break my arm. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do the tip first. Get that over with. Just crunch that kind of heavy where I can get some flakes. Go across there and take off that little bit of mass. Try to blend in. I turn it again. I'm getting good flake. Well, I'm not getting the flake there where I want to at all. Yeah. Well, I just need a little more bevel there. I guess I didn't really bevel it good, and I ground it. Well, I scrunched it, didn't I? Yeah, I think I rounded it off too much. Well, heck, I'm way out there on the end of my leg, can't even see it. I really needed a better plate. That turn plate went down. I should have aimed it straight across where it go ahead and take off that mass for me. I sure wish I hadn't overshot that and been able to keep that little tip right there with the cortex just about showing on it, but I think the tip's gonna have to go before it's over with here. Oh, look there, I slipped right before I hit it. I put the notch on the wrong end. Well, this calls for a different plan of action all of a sudden. that's one thing I've noticed lately. I'm not been too good at keeping them plate scars straight across the blade. That's what messed me up right there, actually. I'm gonna focus on keeping them plate scars more than 90 degrees to the axis of the point. Clean up my notch. Get back out on the end of my leg. This ain't my normal position. I thought I'd just take a few whacks on this and then I could just turn around and pressure flake the thing. I didn't know I was gonna be rebuilding a $6 million man here. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a little kid. The $6 million man. That looks good. I need to take another little bit of mass off right there, but I'm probably gonna do that with a pressure flaker. Heck, I'm gonna jump back down here and take off this mass. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and get them. I don't know though, that one right there looks like he don't want to be there. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of him. That little delta right there. I'm gonna have to study things in here, how the lighting is and how the camera looks and all, because this is a new environment, man. I got so much room around me. Something gets after me and I gotta get up and run. I got every direction I can think of I could go. I was touching my finger right there a little too tight. I think that'll flip right off of there. Now I'm gonna get down here and get on this mass. After that, I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna start right there. I can see already. I need some light kind of behind me for this right here. Hopefully when I turn around and press flake, it'll show up. If it don't, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera or something. I see, I can already see there's shadows all over this thing. I'm gonna have to fire that guy, put the lights up. crumbled off to the side of the ridge where I wanted that flake to go. And I still did, darn it. I just have to get that from the base. I'm gonna go ahead and do it too. Right now. I'm trying to get a little too detailed back there right now. I just need to get it roughed out. Then I come back, take care of any fine details. That's all it. I wish I had a little better platform right there. I'm gonna go hit right here first. Took a little too much out of that edge on that hip. Oh, it like slipped. I like knocked it again. At least it would have been on the right end. Now, if I get that thing, this plate right here, dang it. I just think that good at controlling this indirect. I mean, sometimes it gives me wider flakes than I want, and sometimes it gives me narrower flakes than I want. And every now and then, it'll give me the flake that I really want. I ain't saying much because I don't know. This here is just damage control. I'm trying to about got her straightened up. I'm gonna do anything else. I'm gonna get one more flake right there, then it'll be pressure flaker time. Issue stick. Ooh, I like this lip. Yeah, oh, this has a little bit of contour there, I guess. I need to maybe hit it with this while I'm hitting. I tell y'all, you know, I might have mentioned this before. When I first started napping and stuff, probably took a while, but I heard about Sweetwater Biface, and that was my inspiration for napping, really, to make a big thin blade like that. I wanted to make one that thin, but after holding a cast of the real Sweetwater Biface, I realized that is a big task. So, instead of duplicating the Sweetwater Biface, I'm just going to be inspired by it to make blades. I have rocks now like I haven't had in a long time to try to make some blades out of. And I'm so super excited. That church right there, you give me them little thin tabs. I mean, they start out thin, it's kind of like napping a piece of tile or something with big thick cortex on it. But unlike tile, this is just the nappingest shirt you could imagine. I'm telling you. I've always said Georgetown is my favorite, but this right here shirt that he gave me make Georgetown look like a piece of concrete. Nah, it ain't. Can't do that with Georgetown, but it is. It's an amazing shirt, I tell you. I'm gonna work a little piece of it next. So that's good enough on this. I'm gonna turn back up my chair and pressure flake this bad boy. Get this issue stick off. That's my quick disconnect issue stick too. I mean, indirect stick too, in case I gotta take off running. So feel way more safe. I don't know, this thing don't need too much pressure flaking. I want to preserve most of them big flake scars if I can. I just want to clean up, straighten up the edges, and take a little off that one side of the tip. I'm gonna just try. They say that needs another indirect hit right there, but I'm gonna just try it with the pressure flaker. Well, and get a flake. For some reason, my issue stick is hitting my chair, but I can turn a little more. I'll get lined out here eventually. Like I say though, this is a new environment. I mean, it's not new, but I haven't been napping in here. I've been in a little old tight hole in another shed over there for over a year now. This little shed here was so cluttered up, couldn't hardly get in here. I'm so glad. Actually, Santa Claus told me he was coming ahead of time. That's why I got busy cleaning this out so we'd have a place to sit, both of us. I mean, Tom. He's the Santa Claus from Texas. That other Santa Claus, I guess, is from the North Pole. That's where it is. I'm glad I finally figured that out, because that's been bugging me. But I think that's what the deal is. He's the Santa Claus from Texas. And it makes it good when you get your stocking full of rocks or coal like Charlie Brown. I guess that was Halloween though, when you go to Halloween. Trick or treat. Got another piece of coal. I don't know why I'm talking about Charlie Brown stuff when I ought to be talking about napping, I guess. I'm kind of hot. I ain't got good oxygen to my brain though lately, 'cause I've been hyperventilating ever since Monday morning. When I looked in the back of that truck, the Santa Claus told me all them rocks was mine. Been hyperventilating ever since almost. Get some little fine flake scars going on. It's not gonna blend in. I mean, they'll blend in with them big white flake scars, but at the rate I'm going there, I'm not gonna have any white flake scars left. Gotta make sure the tip is perfecto. Them little bitty flakes didn't come off clean because I didn't grind it none or nothing. I thought I was just gonna get away with being lazy. Yeah, that's gonna cost me a little more tip there, I think, but that's all right. I think that'd be a good shape. That was close enough for me. One little high spot right there. so I'm gonna try to straighten that up. Yeah, a little better. Like I got a little too much shoulder right there though. I'm gonna go ahead and work this side right there. Dang it. I really wasn't paying attention. I really need to push and get a part of that little thing right there before now. I'm gonna try now. Let me get that. No, that flapped on me a little bit. I don't think it's gonna work now. Well, it did a little bit of it. I think I've already pressed like a lot of that, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit better, but I ain't gonna be too crazy about this right through here. Right back here needs a little more. Look at there, I notched it again. I mean, why that was, I wish I could have showed you before. There was a little knot there, and I guess that knot was just up high enough, it caused it to break. Daggum light bug crawling on my neck. Shoot. I'm gonna just have to narrow it up a little bit more. That would have been real nice without that notch in there. But by the time I get that notch out, I'm gonna be narrow enough. I'm probably gonna round up running them flake stars across. I'm getting a little narrower than I want to be on the base end, but I'm going to keep this width and just narrow this side a little bit more. I think, I don't know, do I better take some off right there. 'Cause I'll never make that side match this now. I can look at it in camera better and see it better than I can looking at it for real. Let's cook it though. It's just gonna have to stay a little crooked though, I say, 'cause I ain't got no more rock to use up over there. Yeah. I gotta look at the camera though, so I think that's the side of me. That's good enough to fit my stick, I tell you. Fit right on there, that thing. Just need to clean this edge up a little more. Now the base just needs a little off of this side. I better look at the camera first, too. Hard to take. 40 minutes it's been working on this. I need a little off of this side just needs a little bit off. Well, that's it. Fingernail hinges and all. I believe them would pop off there if you just wanted to get them off. But since it's got all the little hinges, I'm gonna call that the B side and shine that side right there in that little flat spot. That little spot ain't quite as flat as it looks when you start trying to scribe on it. There she is. Another agate basin looking thing. Got a big flake scar right there, though. It's the only one on the whole darn point, kinda. But I guess it's there. So I'll be back with that other cool rock with this one right here. Probably make 2 points out of it. I just don't see getting one out of it with that big old divot. Unless you made one like a double-ended something you could spin around on your finger. Anyway, I'll be right back.